Fast and easy. Those are the two words that our guest today would use to describe this delicious summer treat.
I love this. Feed Your Family Tonight founder and family dinner coach Mariefiebach joins us in studio this morning with, what are these? These are cucumber
tea sandwiches. And these are so easy. I hosted a bridal shower for my best friend's daughter this weekend, and this was just a fun treat. I've been making these for years. I learned this recipe at a family reunion of all places.
Oh my goodness.
And it's really simple. It starts with 4 ounces of cream cheese, which is just half of a box. If you're making a bunch of them, you can make double this recipe. Super easy. And then you just add 2 tablespoons of Italian dressing. And you know, I usually make homemade dressing, but there's something about the bottled Italian dressing that is just the right amount of tanginess that I use the bottled for this recipe because it's what tastes good.
That's okay.
This recipe, this cream cheese should be a little bit warm. Mine's a little cold today, but you're just gonna kind of mix it up together and get it all whipped together, and then you're just gonna spread it on some tea bread and slice some cucumbers on it.
Tea bread. What is tea bread?
Okay, so tea bread is usually bread that is about 3 inches square. During the holidays, you can actually find it in a little loaf in like the deli.
Sure.
Usually it's pumpernickel or rye.
Right.
I'm finding it really hard to find this time of year, but Pepperidge Farm makes this extra thin bread. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, I'm like, it's super thin.
You can see how thin this is, and the thin bread is kind of key. And so to make it like fancy tea bread, what you're gonna do with this extra thin bread is you're gonna cut off the crusts. We're gonna be kind of fancy, and we're gonna cut the crusts off, and you're gonna end up with about a 3-inch square of bread. This bread comes in white or wheat, and I mean, it's easy to find in just a standard grocery store, or again, holiday season, you can get that tea bread that is already in a little loaf. And then you're just gonna spread it with this cream cheese mixture. And I kind of like to spread it edge to edge to get it all nice and smooth. Sometimes even, like this isn't quite as mixed as I would prefer it. You can even use an electric mixer to get it really, really whipped. And then you're just gonna top this with a cucumber. Now, there's 2 kinds of cucumbers. This is an English cucumber, and you find it often wrapped in like plastic wrap in the grocery store. It has less seeds and doesn't have quite as much water in it. This is a traditional cucumber. If you're using a traditional cucumber, you want to take a peeler and peel it because the skin's kind of tough. But the English cucumbers actually have a really thin skin, and you can just slice it extra thinly and just put straight on top of the sandwich. And I like the English cucumbers because they're easier and you don't have to peel them. And I like the way you get a little bit of green. And then you just top it with a little bit of cracked pepper, and you end up with this super, it looks fancy, but it's super easy and it tastes delicious.
It's not that bad for you, so.
No, it's pretty healthy. And we had someone who was dairy-free at the shower, and so I came up with a dairy-free version. If your bread is dairy-free, you can just use a little bit of hummus, like pre-made hummus, and mix that in with the Italian dressing, and you end up with a dairy-free version. So this is just a fun little treat that you can make for a shower or a brunch, something that's kind of fancy.
I want to have like a tea party themed party now, just for the fun of it, just so I can make these sandwiches. That would be wonderful.
Oh my goodness, it'd be fun.
And right now, you said it, that right now, bridal showers, baby showers, they're all over the place right now. So what a perfect thing to bring and feel fancy.
Oh yes, it's so fancy. I mean, couldn't you just have a tea party with your little daughter too? It could be really fun to have with your daughter or your grandchild. And these tea sandwiches are just kind of fun and kind of special.
I love that.
Really cute. And I keep thinking, like, I'm thinking of other things, like the extra bread. I'm like, I could go and save this for this and make some meatloaf or something down the line. Some, you know, croutons, the extra whatever, marinate your chicken for the grill later on. I'm all in mode right now. This
and that's always on it.
This is good on just like even like a regular sandwich. If you're making like a wrap sandwich, it's really good on a wrap sandwich with like some deli turkey. So this Italian dressing and cream cheese mixture is really versatile. You can use it for lots of different things.
That's great. So you're coaching us through these showers and events that we have coming up, but you can also coach us when it comes to dinner time as well. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. I have been working one-on-one with families, helping them tackle some of their weeknight dinner challenges. You might be someone who has newly diagnosed allergies in your family, and you're trying to figure out how to feed your family without having 3 different meals on the table.
Sure.
Right.
Or maybe you're just tired of the rush and you don't know how to get dinner on the table when you're coming in from the door after work and you've got kids and you're trying to figure it out. I have a lot of tips and tricks, right, Annette? It's so real. It's so hard. But there are simple things that you can do to make your life easier, and it's just one-on-one because everybody's situation's a little bit different. And at Feed Your Family Tonight, I really believe that everyone can get dinner on the table without having to hit the drive-thru. It's a matter of making it work for your family and your schedule.
I love it. I love it. You've been so helpful to us every time that you're on the show. It's every Monday right here on Good Morning Cakeland, and you can find more at feedyourfamilytonight.com. And you can also find her on social media, Instagram. She's always giving great tips on her stories, but also find the Facebook group as well if you ever have a question. It's a great place to post it, and you'll get Marie's help and so many others here in Cakeland who have joined that group and have really created a nice community there on Facebook.
Oh, it's a great place.
All right, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with more right after this.